Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am so excited because I am going to play with and show you guys the Hourglass holiday ambient lighting palettes that are finally here. So last year, Hourglass also put out a holiday palette of their ambient lighting powders, and I have been using it pretty much every day since it came out, and I could not be more excited that this year's holiday palette is out again so I could tell you guys all about it and make sure you guys all get it. There's something about the Hourglass ambient lighting powders that seriously brings out your inner glow, and it just like makes your face look airbrushed and soft and dewy, and it is just absolutely beautiful, and I love it so much. So last year's palette looked like this. I got the Ambient Lighting Edit Volume 4. I believe they came out with 2 holiday ones last year. This is the one that I got last year. Definitely loved it so much. For this year, they came out with the Ambient Lighting palette again, and then they also came out with the Ambient Lighting Blush Quad. So exciting. I can't wait to dive in. The face palette is $80 and the blush quad is $58. I bought both of them from Sephora, but I believe you can buy them directly off of their website as well. Can't wait to open. So it's called their Ghost line. So these are the face palettes that came out for their holiday collection. So they are limited edition, so hopefully you can get your hands on them. Oh, cool. It's like mirrored. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. I like how it's kind of like clear packaging to go with their Ghost line, I guess. The first 2 are the finishing powders. Over here is their strobe powder or their highlighter. Over here is their bronzer. And then the strobe blush is actually here in the middle now. And then the blush is over here on this side. I'm gonna open up the blush quad now. Oh, there's me. So it's the mirrored top. Over here is their blush surreal effect. On this side is their strobe blush called Brilliant Nude. Here is strobe blush Lucid Glow. 4 is their blush in Infinite Flush. So their blushes are going to be a little bit more matte, and their strobe blushes are gonna have a little bit more sparkle. So now let's go ahead and dig right in so I can play around with them. Well, on my face already, I've already pretty much done everything with foundation. I have some contour and concealer on. I have just set with a little bit of translucent powder on my face, but I wanted to go ahead and go in and play around with all these. For the face, I'm gonna use MAC 150. It's a big fluffy face brush. What I actually like to do with the finishing powders is I really like to mix them a lot of the time, but also for the lighter one, kind of use it everywhere where you have all the lighter areas of your face. So where maybe put it on the top of my nose is where I'm gonna use the lighter one. Maybe the center of my forehead. And maybe a little bit under my eye. And then I'm gonna go in with the other one, not the lightest one, kind of all over the rest of my face. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the bronzer next, kind of topping off everywhere where I already have the cream bronzer. I'm going to use the MAC 129 brush. This brush is a blush brush, but I like to use it for some bronzer in the contour areas and on my cheeks as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the bronze color. The bronze color is actually very light, so I think it's just going to add a little bit of just dewy glow on top of my contour, which I'm not mad about. Ah, I love it. It just makes everything look airbrushed and just dewy and a little bit shiny, but in the right ways. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the same MAC 129 brush that I used for the bronzer, and I'm going to use it for the blushes as well. So for the sake of being able to try out both, I'm going to use one cheek for these blushes in here, and I really do like to mix them because one is the regular blush that is going to be more matte, and then the strobe blush is going to have a little bit more sparkle. So I'm going to go ahead and mix them both up. I'll use the face palette on the right, and then I'll use the blush squad on the left. So I'm just going to go in and do a little bit of both action. And because these powders are so light and really going to just want to accentuate your natural glow, it's okay to really kind of like get in there. They're not going to be super pigmented right off the bat because it's just going to give you that nice dewy look. So see, all right. So face palette on the right cheek. Whenever I put blush on, I like to start at the apples and then kind of just go with the roundness of your cheek on the top, and then also follow the roundness of your cheek on the bottom, and then maybe drag a little bit up towards the temple. Ah! Such a nice blendy glow. Okay, cool. Just going to clean off my brush a little bit. And then for this one, I'm going to go with these two on this side so we can see the difference. So this one is the strobe blush in Brilliant Nude, and this one is the blush in Infinite Flesh. Again, I'm going to mix these. Go pretty liberally in here. I really like both of the colors so far. So these two in the face palette mixed is going to be this side. So a little bit more pinky, rosy, blushy color. And then these two over here on this side is going to give me a little bit more of a natural, bronzy, corally nude blush. Lastly, I'm going to use the Morphe M501. It's a fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to use this to go in the strobing powder to add a little bit of highlight. So I'm going to put it on the tops of my cheek. I like to work it into the temples as well. Maybe a little bit above the eyebrow. Definitely some on the bridge of my nose. Maybe a little bit on my cupid's bow. Tip of my nose. Okay. So do you guys see? There is something about these ambient lighting powders that I feel like it gives me a real life filter. It kind of like smooths out my skin, makes my skin look flawless and just glowy and beautiful and youthful, and I just cannot say more about these powders. Whenever I get compliments on my skin, I usually am wearing these ambient lighting powders. My sister even asked me one time, she's like, what are you wearing? Because you look like you're just like dewy and glowing. And I'm like, okay, I like all those things. And without fail is going to be these Hourglass powders. These are their holiday base palettes. So these are limited editions. So if I haven't recommended anything more in my life to you and something that you should get, because I really do think that these palettes and these colors will work on all kinds of skin tones because they're very light and translucent, but they do just bring out the best in your face and your skin, and it kind of just accentuates, doesn't ever make anything feel too cakey, and it's almost like a eraser, if you will, where it kind of erases the texture from my skin too. So I just love these so much. Please make sure you grab them while they are still around. You can buy them off of the Hourglass website or the Sephora website, but seriously, can't say enough. Highly recommend, and hope you guys snag these before they are gone. Also really great presents as well, hint hint. So thank you guys so much for stopping by today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know if you guys give it a try. Would love to hear what you guys think. Please remember to subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell so you know when I post my next video. And thank you guys so much. Happy holiday shopping, and I can't wait for you guys to try it. I'll catch you guys in my next video. See you later.